Recently, Activision announced a remaster for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. The game will be made by Vicarious Visions, the same people who did the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy remake. Today I would like to dive into some of the things the remaster will have, and if it's even worth picking up, when it releases for PS4, Xbox One, and PC on September 4th for $40. The remaster will include everyone from the original roster, as well as most of the original music from the first two games, along with tricks that came along later in entries, such as the wall plant and lip tricks. I am happy for this. There were rumors about this game for a while. While most thought it was coming, the majority believed it would not feature the full roster and most of the songs. Licensing, I'm sure, was the most difficult thing to attain, and prevented them from doing this sooner. Activision has already tried to release something similar before, with the Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD collection in 2012, but was kind of shitty, with bad animations, awkward level designs, plethora of bugs, and missing several features from the classic game. Thankfully, this at least looks like more love and attention will be going into this remake. Vicarious Visions have proved themselves in recent years, so let's hope they can deliver here as well. There will be an online mode where we can challenge other players in multiple modes, which include graffiti and scoring challenges from the original game. I fucking loved the graffiti game when I was little. Me and my cousin played that mode all the time when we were younger. If you have not played Pro Skater, the mode is basically where you have to do tricks on an object, and if you are successful, you will tag that object. The person who tags the most things in the set amount of time wins. It may sound boring, but it's actually pretty fun. I remember pissing off my cousin by constantly following him around and coloring his tagged objects. Another feature is Create a Park, where you can build your very own park, as well as use other created parks to tweak them to your liking. There is also a career mode as well, where you can use that same player in both games to give you an edge, as the skills carry over. There is also a create a player mode, where you can create yourself, or like me, create the most disgusting monstrosity you can. Someone who P.T. Barnum himself would widen his eyes and say, "Damn kid, you looking for a job?" There are also secret levels in the game, so maybe we will get secret skaters as well. I'm gonna guess Crash will be in the game, considering who's making it. But don't be surprised if you see Spyro or Kratos grinding it up as well. There are a few more features, and I'm sure more will be announced. But these are the ones I'm most excited for. Vicarious Visions had Neversoft's original handling code to work with, which means everything that was in the original game will be in this one as well. This will truly be a remaster, so if you have played the original games, getting into this one again should be like riding a bike. Controls will of course be smoother, and new tricks and combos will be added. You can play the game in classic mode or in updated mode, so if you want to live the game as it was, you have that option, or use the updated controls and features if you wish to. Players will have different challenges specifically tailored to them. This will be a way to add to the realism of the character you are playing. Skaters are different, so it would make sense to specialize them in the different things that make them unique. The trailer looks good, but I have been fooled before. Trailers and gameplay can be misleading. However, this feels a bit different. Vicarious Visions have worked on smaller Tony Hawk games before, and their track record has me intrigued. But one has to ask the question, who is this for? Tony Hawk games have been kind of irrelevant lately, with the last game arriving on consoles in 2015. I think the target audience is people like me, who are now in their 20s who played the original games with their friends. I'll be honest, I'm not exactly dying to play this remaster. Most of the fun came with me playing the game with my friends, laughing when one of us fucked up, and jumping for joy when we finally nailed that trick that took forever to master. I cherish those memories, and don't have any intention of recapturing the moments I had. Tony Hawk was a game for me that was most enjoyed playing with people who were in the room with you, not necessarily online. Right now, we're living in a world where gathering a bunch of friends for a weekend to play a game is next to impossible. And maybe that's why I'm not overly excited for this. If this was released a year ago, I'm sure the notion of me being able to enjoy this with my friends again would have made me much more enthusiastic. Tony Hawk games were incredible, not really because of the game, but because of the moment I spent with friends. I hope this game does well, and people pick it up. The recipe is there for a great game. Let's just hope Activision and Vicarious Visions can deliver. And just maybe, Tony Hawk, a series so many loved when we were younger, can be relevant again.